So whatever is happening in the WWE after WrestleMania is even more interesting than before Mania. But there's also so much interesting stuff going on backstage. The rise of Karrion Kross, Bayley Situation, lots of Travis Scott, and obviously The Rock. All that on greatness of wrestling. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing today? That's where I wanna start. I know you're all angry at The Rock right now. Here's something you don't understand. The beach must be tempting. Out of everything The Rock said about WrestleMania 41's main event during the interview, this is what I found to be the most nonsensical. He said he wasn't at WrestleMania because it was all about Cody and John Cena. You know, I disagree, but I can respect that point of view. What a brave man. Not taking the spotlight even though it was needed, but still, I can respect that point of view. You don't want to interfere. It's all about John Cena's 17th world title win. Good guy Dwayne, people. Then what the hell is this goofy ass doing right here with his 15-minute entrance? It's all about Cody and John Cena's victory. And also Travis Scott. Lots of it. Let's make a petition, people. I want every single major moment in the WWE to involve Travis Scott in some capacity. I preferably would like to see a 15-minute entrance. And you know, him being the reason we get all of these big moments. Imagine how much better this moment would have been if it just had a little bit of Travis Scott, people. Just a little bit of Travis Scott. We all love The Rock as an entertainer. The man has ultimate aura. But what I hate about The Rock is that he's basically a walking billboard. Did you guys know that he ate In-N-Out for the first time ever multiple times? Go figure. So during the interview, he revealed the reason John Cena turned heel, by the way, Cody was supposed to turn heel, is because the ticket sales were low. He got the call, so he took all the credit for everything that happened, which is such a weird statement and puts Triple H in such a shitty ass position. You know, that's what this video is all about. Are there tensions between The Rock and Triple H? Because all he said was, well, Triple H didn't do that good of a job, the ticket sales were kinda low, so the final boss had to do the job. First of all, I think I paid for my house less than a front row ticket at a WWE premium live event. If we're talking about WrestleMania, that's even somewhat true. At first I was like, okay, maybe The Rock wasn't supposed to say that. I'm not necessarily saying he's lying, I just think that this information shouldn't be revealed. It's also really unfortunate that all of this crap wasn't even a plan. All of our speculation, us mark asses being like, oh, okay, he's doing 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 5 fingers, oh my god, is The Rock gonna have a faction? He's gonna put that finger up my butt. I don't know what he's teasing. None of it made any sense. It was all random ass bullshit. That is really unfortunate because I really thought he's some kind of a wrestling genius. You probably heard the story about this podcast or ranting about John Cena winning, which I don't think that was the problem of the match. Hi Dave, the business is a complete work. Always has been, always will be. Every aspect of it. Every match, every interview. Okay, first of all, why WWE has this obsession with telling the fans it's all fake? We all know that, obviously. You're not necessarily someone who should be like, none of it f***ing matters. That is the attitude I'm getting from this response. None of it f***ing matters. You are funny. You are a loser for even caring about this. Showing emotion over fake-ass wrestling? Are you mentally challenged? What? This is the type of shit you hear from people who, shit on wrestling. We don't want to hear that from Triple H, The Rock. Please join me, Cody, Cena, Brian, and the rest of us for our creative discussion so you can expand your perspective. Until then, stop ranting. It's not healthy, my friend. Enjoy the show. This is what got me thinking, okay, maybe there are some problems between The Rock and Triple H because he didn't even mention Triple H, the guy who's for the most part responsible for everything we see on television. He's the head of creative, isn't he? And he didn't even mention Triple H, as if everything that is happening is because of The Rock. And this is just speculation. Obviously. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying, if I would be talking about creative, the first guy I would mention is actually Triple H. And he didn't even mention that at all. Oh yeah, me, Cena, Cody, Brian, and all of these other schmucks, Paul Levesque, Brian from catering, all of these guys. The reason he didn't show up, his explanation was the final boss's job is done here. I talked about this for so many months. I hate the fact that The Rock doesn't commit. I know he's busy. The jungle movies don't make themselves. Somebody's gotta, act in them. But I hate that he's building the most important storylines with the idea, maybe he's gonna show up, maybe not. Maybe we're going to get Cody versus Rock, maybe not. And then the entire year you're left wondering, so are we getting this match? Or all of these segments are just irrelevant because it's not gonna lead to anything? And this constant, flip-flopping between I'm in character, I'm not in character. Cody, Tequila, Cody, I want your soul. I don't mind wrestlers breaking kayfabe on Twitter or interviews. It's actually interesting to hear these stories. Don't show me the green screen during your television product. There's more people. Corey Hayes from Bodyslam.net heard there is a pitch for John Cena and Travis Scott to work a tag team match together at some point this year. I've even heard somebody talking about Bad Bunny. Look. Celebrity, I get it. You want the headlines. It's all cool. I have a problem when celebrities are such a big deal in main event WWE Championship matches. It's literally mind-blowing how WWE feel like it's a great idea. Instead of celebrities doing these cameos, they're actually being in the most important position in the WWE. John Cena broke the record. One of the most important moments in WWE history, and it wasn't a classic wrestling moment. It had a rapper doing a 10-minute entrance and helping John Cena win. Somebody said that in creative out loud and thought, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. Sure. I think I'm speaking for the majority of wrestling fans. Nobody gives a shit about Travis Scott in the main event picture. You want a few cool photos of him raising John Cena's head on Monday Night Raw, whatever. I don't give a shit. Nobody truly cares. And it's crazy because for the most part, WWE understood that Bad Bunny was in positions he should have been in, and we respected it. It's like on one hand, WWE is so interesting, on the other hand, it really feels like us, the actual fans, there's not much left for us is what I'm trying to tell you. I want to talk about Karrion Kross because, oh my god, this interview, this shoot promo on Triple H, on Logan Paul, how he didn't get the match even though the people popped for him, all the F-bombs, the passion. One simple promo got him more over than 50% of the roster. Now people are craving for that Karrion Kross push. Few months ago people said, I don't want to see this guy on my television, what is even happening? So I do have some good news. WrestleVote says Karrion Kross is expected to get extended opportunities on WWE television moving forward, and this is what I want. I want the people to respond accordingly, because that's what's important right now. Now it's up to the people. If the people are gonna pop, the people are gonna care about what he's saying on television, about his matches, eventually I feel like he is going to get that push. Also considering he's a Triple H guy. It was a lot tougher for someone like LA Knight. I still think he should have gotten a bigger push. So obviously Karrion is someone Triple H cares about. Obviously he's good. Now it's up to the people. And it's such an interesting case because it's not like he was doing a bad job for the past year or two. There's this theory that he's responsible for so many heel turns in the WWE, and the things he said meant something. It's just that now people are starting to pay attention. The biggest problem I have so far is that he comes off as a badass but always loses the matches. That needs to change right now. So we'll see how that goes, but King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, I honestly wouldn't mind. It's way too early to tell, but I wouldn't even be surprised if he's gonna end up being a world heavyweight champion in the next year or two. I really wouldn't be shocked. It's crazy how anything can change in an instant, people, because I remember I'm making these reviews for years, right? I'm like, another Karrion Kross segment. Who gives a shit? One promo, one opportunity. It goes to show you, if somebody can talk, let him improvise. Let them improvise because sometimes they have better ideas than creative. Lastly, I want to talk about Bayley. You probably saw the interview with Chris Van Vliet, and during this recording, it was before WrestleMania, and she was kind of cryptic, she didn't reveal why she's not necessarily that happy in the WWE. Obviously, it was all about her working for WrestleMania, getting replaced by Becky. And I have some pretty big news, rumors, whatever you want to call it, but she basically said she learned it from Cena and all these guys that you just gotta go with the flow and, you know, don't complain that much. She's also in a position where she understands she should be getting these bigger opportunities beyond the posters and shit. Basically, she got a very nice CM Punk pipe bomb, you know. And if this story is legit, that's kinda crazy. On Wrestling Observer Live, Bryan Alvarez said Becky Lynch pitched everything that happened with her at WrestleMania 41 and Monday Night's Raw. This was Becky's idea. Everything. She wanted to come back, win the championship, turn on Lyra the next night. I hate doing this because, you know, who knows what's real or not in wrestling. If that's legit, that's such a dick move in a way. Like, yeah, Bayley, you're gonna work your ass off. I'm not gonna be on television. Oh, and you're not gonna be at WrestleMania because I will be. Hopefully Creative listens to me. I don't know. You know, talent can have ideas, but at the end of the day, I do blame Creative. And that to happen to someone like Bayley, one of the greatest women's wrestlers in the WWE, I hate that idea. I really, really hope it's going to lead to, well, Bayley versus Becky for the Intercontinental Championship, and hopefully Bayley as a babyface is going to, you know, win the championship and we're going to get some kind of a cool moment. I do expect that happening possibly at SummerSlam, so hopefully there's some kind of a payoff. Now, would I join the IWC in calling Becky Hogan? Not necessarily. I think, you know, it's a tricky situation. I feel like for the most part, maybe she pitched the idea, maybe that's true, but maybe she didn't even have in mind that, you know, Bayley is not gonna be at WrestleMania at all. Maybe she did feel bad about that. We don't know. We're just speculating. We're just internet nerds talking about this shit. But I do find it very interesting. Anyway, people, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.